Yo, what is up, you guys? I'm DeAndre.
I'm Javante.
And this is Dre and Jay, and we have
spooky season.
Yeah, spooky season. And we have two very special guests with us, joining us for this review. We have my mom, Nancy.
She's been gone for 6 months, y'all.
Yeah. And then her boyfriend, Amari.
Hello.
And today we're going to do a review on Halloween Kills. You know, it's a sequel to 2018's Halloween, based around the Halloween franchise. That was directed by John Carpenter in the original. So it's basically a follow-up to the first movie. And, you know, 2018's Halloween was a very good, film that was a good start to this new trilogy that we have right now. You laughing? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just laughing at.
She's new to this, guy.
Yeah, she's new to it. So she's camera shy.
Go ahead. Keep talking, man. Keep talking.
But, so it's a follow-up to this new version of Halloween that we're getting now. The first one was solid, so my expectations were very high going into this one. I actually had it on number one on my most anticipated movie list. You can check that video out as well. But, further ado, we're going to give you our review, how this review is going to go. We're going to talk non-spoilers for the first couple minutes. And then we'll let you guys know when we talk spoilers. We'll give y'all a little warning, little delay. And then when you're viewing this video, you can actually see down below. I'll have it sectioned off where it has non-spoiler talk and then spoiler talk at the end. Let's go ahead and get started. Javante, you had a lot to say about this movie. I'll let you go first.
Man, I thought you were start with Mom and Amari first.
Oh, you want? We can if you want.
I'll start.
Yeah, okay, go ahead, Amari.
Well, I'll start. Well, I wanted to see the movie, but I wasn't as impressed as I was with the one before this one. I think that this one had, like the guys will tell you, a lot of kills, but that doesn't do anything for me. I was looking more for something different, and the last one gave me something different. This one was more along the same exact lines as the last one was. Or, well, not the last one, but the very first one. So the connectors were there. And as an older guy, I like that, but at the same time, I want to see something new. And so, for me, it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. And after a while, I began to get a little bored because it was just the same thing over and over and over again. I really didn't like there were two characters that died at the very beginning. I didn't like that at all, and I didn't like the way they died or the circumstances surrounding it. I just thought it was really silly. And so, again, like I said, I just wanted to see something different, something new. The storyline was fine, but it just seemed like the same old thing.
Okay. Mom, would you like to know? Mom, can I call you Nancy?
No, you cannot.
Okay. Mom, it is.
I kind of feel the same way. I think I grew up loving and watching Halloweens, and I went in this expecting a lot. I agree with Amari. I thought there was too much.
Of course you do.
She didn't always agree.
No, I don't.
I
thought there was too. You probably wishes I agreed more with him.
I do.
But there was too. That's another video. I just felt like there was too much repetition. I felt it took a little bit too long to get to the plots. I found myself at times dozing off, and yes, I am sleepy. I'm working all day, but it didn't keep my interest as much as some of the Halloween movies I've watched in the past. I did think that it was it was a little bit more what's the right word I'm looking for? A little bit more dark, I guess.
I told you it was gonna be that coming into it.
Yeah, it wasn't as dark as that one that he had when he was a little kid.
The Rob Zombie.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that dark, thank God, because that was a little bit too much for me. But it wasn't the Michael that I was used to and the Michael that I enjoyed watching. I think I like the H2Os and the one. What was the one before this one? Was it the 2018 one?
2018, yeah.
I like that.
I like that one much better. I like the storyline. This one, it kind of went back and forth, and I felt like some of it it was like I already knew this. And so I found myself kind of bored with some parts of it. But overall, I'm a big Michael Myers fan, so would I go watch it again? Absolutely, because I just love Michael.
And Michael loves you too.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah, for me, I love this movie. I think it's one of my favorite Halloween movies. I'll probably say it is the favorite. I had it number one. I think it might end the year as one of my top movies of 2021. But for me, there was a lot much more going with this movie. I feel like it was more than just.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. It was more than just Michael Myers and just killing folks. It was actually about, the people that he's affected over the years. And, you get two characters, the two kids from the original Halloween movie, played by the same actors. They're a lot older now. And you had them and kind of everyone in that town that's kind of was in that predicament. God, with Michael. With Michael before, kind of faces that like PTSD now and that situation. And it's kind of shows like there's more to Michael than just him being a killer. Like he just transcends, like he gets the town, makes the town act different in this movie, and you see that, and I like that. I like that there was more to it that delved more into just the killings. It was about how it affected those people that Michael was involved with.
I agree with that. Yeah, I do agree that like in the past, I think it was just so focused around Laurie Strode, and this one, it did show the impact that it had on the entire town, and like you said, the PTSD that everybody experienced. I agree with that part of it.
Yeah. And then as far as kills, it was gruesome. There were some good kills in this movie. There were Michael Myers. I think
he was not playing around.
Yeah, he was not playing around. He was ruthless throughout this movie. I felt like the kills were really good.
Yeah.
Sometimes I was like, God damn, like this might be a little too much for me. Like I don't know if I can handle this, but hey, it makes you fear. Like I don't think I've ever feared Michael in any other movie compared to this one.
I don't know.
Like
I always fear Michael.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, he's scary. Don't get me wrong. He's scary in, like, most of his movies. But, like, this was, like, over the top. Like, this was, like, oh, my God. Like, if I see this motherfucker outside this house right now, I'll probably shit myself. But, yeah. Javante, what you got?
Man, there's so much to talk about this film, man. There's so much to talk about. We just watched it, so I have a lot of, like, just in me I want to talk about. I was texting my girlfriend when I saw it with us. I just had so much to say. 'Cause I really enjoyed this film. Let me start with just the score is amazing, as we all expect, with John Carpenter and his son. They really, the score it's eerie. It has a new take on it, different than the original. Kind of like I did with 2018, but even more so, which I really loved and enjoyed. Sorry. And like they all made good points, and I disagree with Amari and Mom, but I understand where they're coming from. For me personally, I look at it like. I like that. I think this has changed. I think these movies have changed the horror genre for slashers because I feel like now you have to kind of have story. I think seeing how good this story was and how the story has been built up, I think you have to do that with future slasher films. Like before, we were cool just getting slashers. All right, cool, they die. One person survives, kills Jason or Michael or does something like that, and then we're good, and everything goes on. But now, I think this is more or less to take because, like, when you have a killer going around in the city and tormenting everybody, you're not just gonna go back from that like, oh, okay, we're all good again. That's gonna stick with you. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I love about all our characters that we got that were from the original film because it showed them they're happy they survived. So when they get to Halloween every year, it's like, oh man, can you believe that happened to us? It's PTSD. You know what I mean? Like
you're reliving it.
You're reliving it. So it's like, oh man, we really beat that, and damn, we lost some friends and girlfriends and boyfriends along the way, but we still made it.
Compared to the past movies where it's
like oh, okay, keep it moving. Yeah, you know what I mean? So I like that. I thought that was a more realistic take on it because
it seemed like other people in the other movies weren't really affected. Like
exactly.
Haddonfield only Laurie Strode wasn't affected.
Exactly, only Laurie Strode.
Either Laurie Strode or just the people that she maybe knew. But this one was like. You didn't have to know her. He went after everybody.
Exactly. So. Yeah, I thought it was two different toes. Like, they kept referring to as the boogeyman because everybody's nightmare. You know what I mean? So I like that, and I thought bringing back the original cast really did a good. I thought it was a nice farewell for the cast, like giving them one more opportunity to be in a film and stuff like that, especially a Halloween film that they were the original part of with John Carpenter. Thought that was amazing to bring everybody back. No, I'm trying not to take spoilers. Yeah. As far as Michael goes, this is probably the most menacing Michael Myers because this Michael Myers here, there's no like usually like, it depends which one you watch. A2O, Resurrection, like most Halloween movies, like there's Michael's on a mission. Like you know what I mean, if you're not his way, we good. Like when you start messing, that's when you have a problem. But this one, anybody in sight, you get in the work. You know what I mean? So it was a little bit different. It was way scarier. And for me personally, I look at this Michael Myers, and I was like, oh my god, man, like this Michael Myers is probably the scariest Michael Myers I've seen on a film. Because he just was going after everybody. He was ruthless with his kills. He wasn't just killing people one time and stabbing and going on with his day.
Yeah.
He was doing all kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So it was really intense.
You can tell he had a lot of anger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Which, that's another thing I want to talk about. And that made sense because this reminds me of Star Wars. In Star Wars A New Hope, Darth Vader gets defeated. Empire Strikes Back, well, that was 2018 Halloween pretty much for me. Empire Strikes Back, Darth Vader cuts Luke's hand off. Luke, the good guys lose. Similar to this movie. The good guys lose in this movie. Because Michael's killing people still. He's angry. He got defeated. So now he's on this headhunt. So I like how they did that way. They made like not like Michael, I mean, he kind of technically won. I like how they did that as well. And I kind of expect that because we have another film coming out next week. So I kind of expected like more like a Star Wars. And at the end, the good guys are going to win. But as far as for me, man, this film was amazing. I enjoyed it. Visually, it looks amazing. The score is amazing, as I said. I love the mask. I like the mask is very menacing because it's really dark. You rarely see the eyes.
Yeah, I also liked I was really big on the story. I liked how it connected with the past movie. Like there's a lot of times throughout this movie where they show old scenes from.
It pays homage.
Yeah, it does pay homage to the original. You know, like in this is non-spoiler, or a spoiler, but like in the first opening minutes, you know, it takes you back all the way to the first Halloween movie, just with a different ending and a different kind of twist. Because remember, in the first movie, he lived, you know, and he escaped. He wasn't caught. So this one was definitely a different twist, but it was awesome seeing that. It definitely pays very much a lot of homage to the original Halloween movie.
But don't you think that they basically could have ended this movie? I feel like this movie, they kind of took it and they stretched it to create that next year.
Because they want a trilogy, yeah.
Right, but I think they could have honestly wrapped this movie up
in an hour, so as opposed to an hour and 30 minutes. Because there was so much stuff in there that just didn't need any.
Well, I think part of that's because you're building this epic. Because let's be honest, I think Laurie Strode's dying in the next one. So you have to build this epic conclusion to get to that point. Because Laurie Strode was all damaged. She couldn't fight. You had no way of using her in a fight because
way to spoil that Laurie Strode lived in this.
No, I'm not saying. Well, I guess everyone knew. You once said everyone like Laurie Strode's gonna live the whole time. I'm saying,
but she's old, honestly.
But think about her. And
Nobody
Michael,
has been able to kill Michael.
No,
and
but
now you have this woman who's 60-something years.
But that's what I'm saying. That's it's like the connection. Like I have to go down with the monster.
It's
kind of like Frankenstein and the monster. You have to go down with the monster. Like I created it, I have to go down with it.
Or Moby Dick and Captain Ahab.
Yeah.
I just feel like they kind of stretched the storyline just so they could have another part.
I see that, but I also feel like this is John Carpenter's way of saying, fuck you, Halloween 2, fuck you, Halloween H2O, fuck you, Halloween 4, 5,
See, I
8.
loved all those.
But those are his. That's what I'm saying. That's not his story. When he created Michael Myers the first time, that was meant to be a one and done movie. And then he made the second one because people said, "Oh, come back with number two." So he basically he said, "I grabbed some beer, some cigarettes, and wrote a script." He didn't really care. So this is actually more what he really wanted to do with this story. So that's what I like about these movies because John Carpenter, the original creator, is behind all this, helping with the story. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. That's why they had to go back. I know Marty says we went back to something that we already saw, but they had to go back because he had to show you. This is what I wanted to happen. This ain't what they told me to make happen so they can continue a story and make money off of it.
The strange thing about that is when you get these artists and these directors and these movie writers who don't have those restraints and chains placed on them, they always do stuff like this, and they take us to these weird places that we never conceived. He did it. Other people have done it. I just didn't like it. And as far as the Frankenstein illusion, I don't think this is. The allusion to Frankenstein is appropriate because in that novel, that both of those characters were connected in completely different ways. This was not that at all. Furthermore, the texture in this movie and the tones in this movie were dark, as she says before. They were very dark, and they almost were not. They weren't congruent. They just were there almost. And finally, like I said before, the one that the very first one was great. I loved it.
You mean the 2018 one?
No, I'm talking about the very first one when I was a kid. Yeah, when I was a kid.
1978.
Oh, 1978.
Yeah. That was great. Mm-hmm. And then everything after that was kind of weird. The last one I saw, I loved. This one, kind of weird again. I see the connection between the first one and this one.
I do too.
Because obviously it's the same dude doing it.
Right.
But I did like the other one. The one prior to this one, I liked a whole lot more. I like the fact that he got caught. I like the fact that they were going to kill his ass.
Yes.
I mean, shit, we've taken a whole lot of L's this year as far as our country and the world's concerned. Shit, I want to see the goddamn wins.
Well,
you know,
I understand that, but this movie came off. Well, it was directed. It's supposed to come out last year, but still, like, you have to show the truth. Like, if you're gonna, you have to show the darkness before you get to the light. That's like anybody's story. You have to go through some dark times to get to the light. Even if you look at Avenger movies, you have to have stakes, and you can't just have happy rainbows. That's like Disney. That's why people get mad about Disney. Disney has too much. Oh, it's always happy endings and stuff like that. And that's how the world works. So people want something that's gonna be. I want a happy ending, but I also gotta see the downpour. I gotta see my characters and my heroes fall before they can rise. Look at Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker had to fail before he could go back to being and become a Jedi. So we like that with our heroes. We want to see a little bit of downpour with your heroes. And in this movie, we see, I know as you guys said it was dark, which it was, you see the good guys suffering. So now when we get to Halloween Ends, which you know that's the last one, we're going to see the win. You know what I mean? You have to go through the dark time to get to the good time, which I enjoy the storytelling.
But these characters, they're losing. These so-called good guys are losing because they're shooting themselves in the foot. They're doing dumb shit over and over and over again.
Yeah, like any horror movie.
That's right. That's why they have to keep losing. And as far as in real life, shit, we need some wins. There are plenty of wins. We just have to go out there and find the motherfuckers. We make that shit. You know, we make those wins. We make those losses. We are in control of that shit most of the damn time. That shit don't just happen. It's some shit that we've done that correlates and causes us to have them goddamn losses. Just like these idiots. Fucking losses.
Yeah. I mean, I really like the character. Well, I feel like the characters I actually cared a lot about each and every one. So, like, when some of them met their fate, I was like, oh my god.
Oh,
like, you know, that was kind of
shocking.
shocking.
That's another thing I'll add. This movie does a great job with slashers. Usually, like, horror movies don't really do a good job. They usually kind of give you a little bit of hint by who they follow, like who's going to live and who's going to die, like who's their main characters. Mm-hmm. This movie does a great job of going through different characters. So you really don't know who's going to live at the end and who's going to be the one that dies.
Yeah.
So, getting to that point, I ain't going to spoil nothing, but, like, it kept me interested also because I'm connecting with all these characters on a deeper look. All these characters having their moment with their backstory. We're seeing characters have flashbacks. We're seeing characters what they're going through since having that issue happened 40 years ago. So you're connecting with all these characters. You're like, oh man, I don't want to see nobody die. You know what I mean? Like, you care for all the characters. So at the end, when you do get these kills and certain characters are dying, you're like, damn, man, it sticks with you. Like, there's a character that died that sticks with me. It's still sticking with me right now because I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? But overall, I enjoyed this film. I'm cool with the tone they took with it. I'm excited about Halloween Ends, and I think this has changed the horror genre for the better, because I think now if you do a slash like a Jason or I'm trying to think, a Nightmare on Elm Street again, or any of those characters, do any of those like slasher, you want to do new slashers, y'all can just get away with this cheap, okay, kill, jump scare, kill. You don't have to actually have some story into it, because that's what Halloween has done. It's taken to another level. Shout out to John Carpenter, by the way, as well.
Yeah. Same here.
Hey, if you chase down something in the woods, you deserve to get your ass.
if you look at Scream's trailer, Scream actually has Johnny, I tell you why when we did the trailer, I said Scream feels more like Halloween. It feels like the Halloween 2018.
It's a throwback too, because it goes back to all the characters.
Well, they never rebooted. They never rebooted though.
Yeah.
Like Halloween's had reboots. Like you had Halloween 1, which is John Carpenter's main one. You had 2 with that because that continues. And the other one falls a different timeline. Like H2O falls that, but then the other ones fall a different timeline. So you have like different. It's all over the place. So to see that we have Halloween original 78, 2018, and this one, and we have one more, it just gives you a nice little flow. So.
Yeah. I mean, agreed. I feel like, I guess we're giving grades out. If I had to give Halloween Kills a grade, I'm gonna give it an A+. I thought it was great. It definitely was a little bit something different in the horror slasher genre of film. And I really enjoyed it. It's something that I probably will go see more than once.
Drops them all on Peacock, guys.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it on Peacock. We'll see. But yeah, I loved it. I thought it was a great movie. I can't wait to talk spoilers with you guys. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna give it. A+.
Yeah, I guess an A+ for me too. I mean, I had one problem with the movie, which I'll talk about in the spoilers. But overall, I enjoyed the film. I definitely want to watch it again. I think as of this moment, it's my favorite Halloween film. I mean, look, I get why they're saying H2O. It's like H2O nostalgia. H2O came out back 20 years ago, or 20 years from then. It's nostalgia. Same with Halloween the original. Same with 4, 5, 2. Any of those films, you love them because it's nostalgia. Not mean all good films, you just love them because they're nostalgic. You know what I mean? So that's fine and all, but if I'm being honest, just being like what I felt coming out of this film, this is probably my favorite Halloween film. So that's me personally.
What would you rate it, Mari?
Graded.
I graded a C.
Okay.
Graded a C.
Yeah.
I'd probably give it a B.
Okay. No, just.
No, I mean, I would give it a B just because, like I said, I'm a huge Michael Myers fan. I did enjoy the movie. It just was not one of my favorites.
Okay.
I told her I think it would grow on her as time goes because she uses a lot of nostalgic love for the original. She's talking about H2O, which H2O is considered one of the films. I like H2O personally. I grew up on it, but it's nostalgia for me. You know what I mean? Like you're thinking about nostalgia, so
yeah,
it always kicks in.
It got a C for me because it didn't give me something new. What I would have preferred to have seen is something more realistic. And so the last one I like the last one because it's more realistic. They trapped his ass. They tried to burn him up. He was trapped. Somebody got him out of there. That's realistic to me. But what took place this time just was so full of phantasm. It just I don't like that. I like more realism, and this was one of those. If I was a kid, I'd love it. When I was a kid, I loved this kind of stuff. But as a grown man, nah, I like this kind of shit.
So what horror film do you feel gives you that?
At this point, the last horror film that I don't even consider it horror, but a film that I really, really liked, that shocked and awed and scared me. It really wasn't horror. Was probably that there were two. One, Stigmata, and that weirded me out. I like Stigmata. That was the very first movie I ever went to. Where at the very end, and it was probably 11 o'clock at night. But when the movie was over, I'd never seen this before. Everybody stood up and walked out and said not one word. That's how scared we all were. No one said a damn word.
That's how Blair Witch was for people who saw Blair Witch for the first time.
And then the other one is I like The Others. I think it was Nicole Kidman in that. But I love The Others because I had no clue that all those people were dead until the very end. That shit had me on my edge of my seat the whole time. So they're not really horror, but there's a smidgen of just fear.
You like more mystery.
I like mystery.
You like more
fear,
mystery
like
than
thriller,
slasher horror.
Yeah, I'm not in all that gore. I'm not a gory guy. I don't like that stuff. But still, I like
kind of drag him along.
Yeah, I like Michael Myers, but this was just bullshit. I gotta go. I'm tired. Thank you, sir.
No, you heading out?
Oh yeah.
Not doing spoiler talk?
No, I don't know anything about spoilers.
Babe, spoilers.
You really
are
talk
just,
about
we're
what
just
you
talking
saw,
about the
yeah.
parts of the movie.
Okay.
But yeah, this video probably gonna be a little too long to include both. So we're gonna probably split this, end this video here, and then I'll post another video that talks about spoilers. But hope you guys enjoyed this review of Halloween Kills. Let us know down below in the comment section your thoughts on Halloween Kills. Did you like it? And if you like this review, be sure to leave us a like, subscribe, and be sure to tune in for more. Alright guys, deuces.
Bye guys.